Hi friends, it's your pal Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons in context to the excellent film Tornado. So I saw Tornado. It is a young girl who, spoilers for Tornado here, it is a young girl whose father is a samurai, and this young girl who travels with him with a traveling troupe. They do a puppet show, and then they do a live action sword fight as mock samurai. But her dad was a real samurai. So this is really good in that it was a teenager who was like, oh, I hate this dad. I hate traveling the world pretending to be a samurai and learning super dope wakizashi and katana moves, right? You're like, oh my gosh, dude, teenagers suck, right? Like, you're like, and it was, and then of course her dad dies, and she's like, oh, my dad was the best. Also, there's literally a part in the film where where this one guy who's the villain's son, he's like, when you're beaten like almost to death, and she's like, no, I was never beaten. And then she's like, oh, wait, maybe my dad didn't suck and I was horrible to him. It was very, very good. This is absolutely every Dungeon Master content. Now, I'm going to warn you, the trailer looks super dope. Every cool thing that is in this movie is in the trailer. And then it's a long, slow burn to a absolutely brilliant end. It's a very simple, elegant, it's a really delightful, simple, elegant story. And I think what it teaches dungeon masters is what you can do if you're spare, what you can do if you just step back and approach very carefully and calmly and don't try to jam a lot into the story. And it was really a beautiful film. It was a simple film. It also, this is kind of wild, it painted violence very beautifully, which is, hey, that's its own thing. I don't, depends on whether we should. This movie absolutely glorifies violence, like, and I don't think that it was his intention, but it paints violence more beautifully than I think almost any film I've ever seen. So this is a long, slow burn, and most people are not going to like this, but if you are a samurai fan, and the other thing is this movie is extremely logical. Like, it's extremely well written. It's very well cast. It's just a beautiful, spare film. And it really needs to be witnessed by every single dungeon master so that you can see you don't need to throw the kitchen sink in. Like, you can make a simple story, and you can present that to your player characters. And we have to even write even more sparingly than a screenplay writer would, because we need to leave room for the player characters and for the math rocks to do their things. Very, very fascinating film. I absolutely love this. 5 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend this, and this is absolutely a must-watch for every single dungeon master. It can't be skipped. It's extremely good. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.